And it's no doubt that Houston has sports teams that can compete on an international level. We have an unparalleled dining experience with mouth-watering cuisine, not to mention we have a top-notch workforce. It is our town, and here at KPRC, we know the secret sauce is bringing our community together. Good morning, everyone. I'm Haley Hernandez. We are going to highlight 10 communities around Houston in a series called Our Town, starting this morning in the Alief Westwood area. KPRC 2's Zach Lashway joins us now, and Zach is in the Alief area. Zach, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I think there's a little bit of a delay. Zach, tell me who you've got here.
Oh, Haley, good morning. Yes, we are in the Alief Westwood area. We're at a bakery cafe called Them Hung Bakery. It's just off of Bel Air at the corner of Cook. And with me this morning is Dr. Theresa Tran with the Vietnamese Community Healthcare Programs. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a really exciting morning for us because we're launching a new series called Our Town here at KPRC, and it's an opportunity for us to get into our neighborhoods and for us to get to know our neighbors. And so this morning we're kicking off this series right here in Alief. As you know, I don't have to tell you this is a very populated area. It's a booming area, and it's a special community within our greater Houston community.
Absolutely. Hi, Zach. Hi, everyone. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, no, we're so happy to have you here with us. Talk to us about the Vietnamese population and what that looks like in Houston.
Okay, so the Vietnamese population is one of the fastest growing population in Houston. We are so far at least 150,000 people.
Wow.
Yes, it's a big group.
That's incredible.
And we're still growing every day.
Yeah, and that's a big community. That's a big community with a very powerful voice.
Absolutely, yes. We are number 3 in the U.S. in terms of cities with the number of Vietnamese. Yes.
What is leading the growth here in Houston within the Vietnamese community?
Well, to me, I believe it's probably the economy, the living standards. It's quite nice, and it's affordable. It's quite attractive to people, especially where they're coming from different places like California. The housing is a little bit more expensive, so they come here for that. One of the reasons, but also because relatives live here, and we have a huge community, especially along this Bel Air Boulevard, where there are tons and tons of businesses. That's fastest growing. Yeah, all sorts of food and just good stuff.
I was reading that this is one of the areas, neighborhoods in Houston where parking meters are actually in Vietnamese.
Well, I haven't yet seen that. However, we know that on Bel Air, the streets itself are named in Vietnamese. There are streets on Bel Air. If you just go straight down, you'll see streets named in Vietnamese. Yes.
Talk to us. We're just coming off the Lunar New Year. It's a very special time for the Asian culture and community. This was a big year for the Lunar New Year here in Houston, given that we have a new administration.
Yes.
There's a new dialogue happening. Talk to us about this year's celebration and last week's event.
Glad you asked me that question, Zach. This year, it was the most phenomenal historical event. It's never been done before. I mean, absolutely. I've been living in Houston for over 40 years of my life. And for the first time, we've had over thousands and thousands of people coming to Hong Kong Mall. We had over 600 people who collaborated with us, who were in the program itself. 600 people in the program. And then we had over 100 people in the procession. We had costumes made of satin silk and, dating back to 100 years, many centuries ago, where the royals wore. We had a ceremony where where we honored the fallen soldiers. We had honored the people, the heroes of Vietnam, our ancestors, our forefathers, and things like that. And the amazing part is that we get to showcase this so that the Americans can see it. We were so honored to receive the presence of Mayor John Whitmire. We had City Councilwoman Tiffany Thomas, and also a representative from the Texas U.S. Senator John Cornyn, and we had it was just a big blast. The show itself, the festival, the Vietnamese Lunar New Year lasted over 10 hours.
Wow.
It took us half a year to produce this show. We had countless sponsors all along Bel Air, or in the Vietnamese community, who collaborated, who sponsored, who donated. Not only their paychecks, but they also donated manpower. We had over, like I said, 600 people inside the show. As part of the show, yes, either to do a fashion show, we had fireworks, we had firecrackers, we had the dragon dance, tons of activities, over 70 vendors. And just imagine, thousands and thousands of people came from near and far.
And I'm sure that means so much to the community.
Absolutely.
And to have that city representation, that state representation, to be seen, to be heard, it must mean so much to Vietnamese folks.
Absolutely. It means that we're on the map, right?
Yeah.
It means that the mayor cares about us, City of Houston cares about the Vietnamese Houston community. Dr.
Tran, I want to talk to you about healthcare. You work in healthcare.
Yes.
When it comes to issues within the Vietnamese community, what is it that is most pressing for Vietnamese folks?
Okay, so in terms of the most common health conditions, it would be diabetes and hypertension. In terms of the fatalities, it would be, a stroke, ischemic heart, conditions. However, the most pressing issue would be the communication skills, the language barrier. Many people are not great at speaking English, although we're learning, and there are lots of programs out there. There's a lot of problems with communicating between the prescriber and the patient, and people just kind of don't want to go to healthcare because they just feel like they can't afford it, or that they're uninsured, things like that.
You talk about the language barrier being an issue within healthcare. I suspect that also translates and carries over to government offices as well, whether it's going to get a driver's license issued perhaps, or paying bills online. That language barrier, quite significant.
Absolutely. That's why we, as a board member of the Houston Vietnamese community, we try our best to have days where we have services for the people. The first Wednesday of every month, we have people come to the Houston Vietnamese Center so that we can help them with a variety of services, such as how to apply for a gold card, where to go to get help when you need insurance, things like that.
That's so important. And
yes.
Of course, we'll put all of that information inside this story on our website, clicktohouston.com. I've had the opportunity to spend time here at Them Hung Bakery all morning, and it's been a really special morning because it's been an opportunity for me myself to learn a lot about this culture, but also share this experience with you at home. And so it's meant a great deal to me and to my photojournalist, Roger Franco. And so we've been learning how to bake. We've been learning how to make traditional Vietnamese drinks. When you think of a series called Our Town, this is what we're launching right here, right now. Today's the first day of it. What does Our Town mean to you?
Our town means the coming together, where people care about one another, where people come for a good meal, for conversations and spending time with one another so that we can get to know each other better, to support one another and build a stronger community where people are more unified.
Dr. Tran, I absolutely love that, and I'm so grateful for your time this morning. Thank you so much for stopping by and sharing this moment with us.
Thank you so much,
We really appreciate it. Okay, there you have it. We are live from inside Them Hung Bakery at the corner of Bel Air and Cook in Alief. It's been a wonderful morning, kicking off our new series, Our Town. Haley?
Yeah. I can't wait to try it. Thanks, Zach. This is a great way to start. And like Zach mentioned, we will be highlighting the Alief Westwood community all day in KPRC2's newest series, Our Town. Keep watching right here on the KPRC2 Plus live stream to find out where we're headed next.